Warning, Cheaters may contain adult themes and strong language. Parents are cautioned that this program may not be suitable for children. Coming up on this episode of Cheaters.
He picked her up and they headed out to White Rock Lake.
They actually rented a high.
Judge! Yeah, you see me, don't you? This what y'all got going?
Did you know he was getting married to someone?
From Cheaters surveillance cameras, you are about to view actual true stories filmed live, documenting the pain of a spouse or lover caused by infidelity. This program is both dedicated to the faithful and presented to the false-hearted to encourage their renewal of temperance and virtue.
We were supposed to be together forever.
I know there's something shady going on with him.
Where they at?
They're making out in the parking lot. Let's go.
She always told me she likes surprises. Let's see how she likes this one.
It's right here at the bench, right here at the bench.
Get your ass up under there!
Hey, please.
Buster! Yeah, baby, I'm gonna handcuff you.
Get out of my face!
Oh my God!
You are a cheater.
Now you're a comedian!
That's what you deserve. That's what you deserve.
Real reality television is brought to you by Cheaters Detective Agency's Private Eyes on Cheaters.
Frantic by the thought of her baby's father with someone new, Rita Stout is desperate for the truth. As her due date nears, the love and support she once depended on is nowhere to be found. Wanting to keep her new family together, she seeks assistance for a special delivery. I'm Joey Greco, and this is Cheaters.
When we first got engaged, everything was good. I was happy, he was happy. I just felt like nothing could break us apart. I was his bunny and he was my Clyde, but after a while, I don't know what happened. Men, they act different. They tend to act different when they cheat. I don't know why, but they do. His actions are different. Lately, he comes in the house, and the first thing he does is take a shower or doesn't want to be touched. Like, why? Why are you doing me like this? To get away from me, he says, oh, it's just your emotions, you're pregnant, leave me alone. I'm not doing anything, but I'm not believing it. I love George. I can't lie about that, but he really needs to get it together for the sake of not only me, but his child that we have on the way.
If you suspect infidelity in your relationship, Cheaters Detective Agency may be able to provide you assistance. Exercise your right to be informed. Investigative charges may apply. George, age 30, a supervisor accused of packaging himself as an available man. Investigation Day 2. Ready to take to the streets, Cheaters Intelligence deploys operatives to the suspect's place of employment. Around lunchtime, agents spot the suspect, identified only as George, as he leaves his job. After a brief pursuit, Cheaters detectives watch as the suspect exits his car and runs into his residence. After a few minutes, George emerges, having changed his clothes. He gets back into his car and is followed to an unknown residence. He parks in the driveway and is soon escorting an unknown female into the passenger seat of his car. The couple is followed to a nearby restaurant. After finishing their value meals, they make a stop at a grocery store. They make their purchases and then return to the female's home. They enter, and the suspect stays for the remainder of the evening. Investigation Day 5. With no clear-cut evidence of infidelity, agents continue the investigation of George while he spends some time with his pregnant girlfriend, Rita. Around midday, mobile units spy the suspect making his way to his car. He's followed to a grocery store and is observed walking the aisles with a list in his hand. One of the items not on the list is another shopper. ground units are taken by surprise when George starts to chat it up with an apparently single woman. The unknown female seems to be taken by the suspect's charm. The two chat and continue shopping together. George finally checks out and returns to Rita's apartment, where he remains for the rest of the night. Investigation Day 6. Deeply troubled by suspect George's prior activities, cheaters sleuths continue following their mark once he exits his home carrying a small cooler. The suspect hops into his car and is tracked to the home of his previous lady friend. He parks and enters. A short time later, George and his companion, now identified as Corinne Matthews, exit the home and enter George's vehicle. The two are tailed to a nearby beer store where they pick up a 12-pack. George opens the door for his lady before traveling to a nearby park. There's apparently a big event going on, proven by the amount of traffic on the small road. George finally finds a place to park and escorts his date up the hill where they settle on the grass to watch the festivities. George plays a symphony of lies to his girlfriend in this recorded phone call.
Hey, what are you doing?
Not much. What's up, man?
Is it possible for you to come over? I wasn't feeling well.
What if I could?
George, you always have excuses. What's going to be the excuse for the baby, huh?
Oh, there ain't gonna be no excuse.
So you don't miss me?
Yeah, of course I miss you.
So what's the problem?
There's no problem at all. It's just, I've been trying to get everything straight before the baby comes.
Okay, I love you, George.
All right, love you too, baby.
With enough evidence to close the case, weary investigators return all documentation to headquarters and put in a call to a heartbroken Rita. Coming up, the confrontation.
Having amassed a mountain of evidence, Cheaters informs Rita of her baby daddy's dalliances. With the proof just moments away, Rita remains vigilant in her pursuit for the truth. On this day, we began our investigation outside of George's place of employment. Now he gets into his car, and then he goes home. A short time later, he exits dressed in casual attire. Our detectives followed him until he got to the residence of evidently a woman. She comes out, they greet one another, get into his car, and were followed until they arrived at a restaurant. And after a quick bite to eat, they exit, return back to the residence of this young lady. George goes inside. George remains there for quite some time before he exits and comes home later that evening. Rita, on this day, he comes out, gets in his car, goes to the residence of the young woman. He goes inside, picks her up. They get back into the car. They stop at a park. As they get there, spread out some blankets and towels on the lawn and enjoy the festivities. This was last weekend during the Memorial Day celebration. Now we can see they're sitting closely, holding hands. He brings her back home, and that's where he spent the night. I want to call the detective right now. We know that they were headed in this general direction, and that's why we're headed this way. But I'll see if he can give me an update. Okay. Hey, did they land yet? Hey, listen, head to the northeast side of the lake on Lothar. And what's the name of it? What? White Rock Paddle Company. Okay. All right, we're headed there right now. In the parking lot? All right, sounds good. He picked her up, and they headed out to White Rock Lake. We're headed there now. We'll get an update from the detective when we get there. What's going on?
They actually rented a kayak.
A what? That's them right there?
It's them right there.
Rita, what do you want to do? Rita.
George!
You can't.
Yeah, you see me, don't you?
You can't swim out there.
I'm finna swim today.
Whoa, 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 hang on.
I'll get us.
Hang on.
I'll get us.
Easy. Yeah. Okay, you know what? If we're gonna do this, we're gonna do it right, all right?
Okay.
Just give us a second and we'll see if we can work something out.
We need to rent some boats.
I've got 2 available right over there.
All right, let's go.
What? Okay, Rita.
What's that?
Joe. Here we go. Ready?
Judge! Which one I'm finna get in?
We're gonna get in this one.
Okay.
Okay, should we,
Are we gonna off them right here, or are we gonna?
You ready? Ready.
all right. One's off.
Coming up next, the conclusion.
They actually rented a kayak. It's them right there. We need to rent some boats.
Judge! Yeah, you see me, don't you?
Here, hang on, let's move. Okay, does she need to sit in the middle?
Yeah, she needs a little.
All right. I still am not thinking this is a very good idea.
Rita, what you doing out here?
Nah, what you doing out here? You out here rolling the damn boat? This what y'all got going? No, yeah, a friend of mine. How she become a friend of yours too?
Oh, we just,
I called the
hanging
phone
out.
and he answered the phone.
You been acting all crazy lately.
What you mean crazy?
Ever since you got pregnant with the baby.
That's just what I do. That's what I do.
Is this crazy, George?
Yeah, it's very.
So we imagine this.
Why you call all these people out here for this?
What you mean? What are y'all doing together? You're not supposed to be with her. You're supposed to be with me.
Be with you.
Yeah, with me.
We arguing too much.
It don't matter. You deal with it. You shouldn't have got me pregnant if you couldn't take it.
You sure right.
I know I am right. I know I am right, and you out here paddling a damn boat with her.
Did you know he was getting married to someone? Did you know that they're engaged?
No, who told you?
Now, George, what now?
No.
Don't go away.
Oh, for real?
We say we was getting married.
Oh, so we not? We ain't getting married now? We ain't getting married now, George? Oh, for real? George, don't play with me. Oh, we ain't getting married now? We ain't getting married now?
Easy.
We ain't getting married. What are you doing? Huh? What are you doing? What are you doing? No, it don't matter. It don't matter. It don't matter. Oh, George, we ain't getting married. Oh, for real? When this happened? When this happened?
You can go over there now.
No, you can be quiet. You ain't got nothing to do with this. I'm talking to George. Okay, while ago
watch it.
you was just saying
There's
that I
snakes
could
in
have
them
came.
bushes.
So what you trying now for? Who are you?
Oh, yeah.
Who are you?
Oh, yeah, now you ain't saying.
Nah, we coming back over there. Go over there. Take me over there. Take me over there. You
Don't
who?
run.
Is that what he told you? Come to the house. What house you going to?
No, I ain't saying none of that. You said
Who you coming to? You just said come to the house and now you just changed it. So are you going with me or you going with her?
I ain't going with neither one of y'all.
Oh, for real? Oh, you ain't got to worry about it. You ain't got to worry about it. I ain't worrying about you.
What you gonna do? Put me on child support?
Child support and everything
George,
else. You
that's
ain't
what's
got to
gonna
worry
happen.
about this one.
You think this is a
Oh,
joke?
for real?
You think out here
Nah,
playing
it's not
around?
no joke.
You've got a child.
We can take it wherever you want to take it to, boo-boo. You still ain't going to see your baby. No,
Ladies,
it's
please.
not.
Baby mine.
How?
Really?
It's not.
Really?
How
I'm glad you
long have you
feel
been
that
together?
way. Roll your ass back over here. I ain't finished talking to you. Oh, for real?
Can y'all take it elsewhere? We on a date? We getting married soon.
Watch
Are
out.
y'all?
Hey, Stefanos, watch out. We got some waves.
Oh, you getting married to her? Or you getting married to her, George?
I got the ring.
He just said he ain't getting married, so why are you talking? I'm not talking to you. I'm not talking to you, though. I'm talking to him. So what are you going to do, George?
Because I was having a good time.
What do you plan on doing between us?
Them could be your baby dad.
See?
I ain't worrying about you. You ain't.
Well, it'll be
you
only a
non
few
factor to
days
me.
before we find
what
out.
Do you?
Find out what?
And then what? Whose daddy the baby is?
We can take a DNA test. That'll be done on your behalf. If you want to take a DNA test, we can take a DNA test, and they gonna automatically put your dumb ass on child support then.
We'll find out in a few
Yes,
days
they
who's the
are.
baby daddy.
Yes, they are. Go and do your research because I know. Go that way then, dumbass. Bye, bitch.
Watch my ring.
Let me know if that test come back with.
Watch my ring, Rita. Bling, bling.
Y'all can be dumb together.
Whatever, where we are.
That hoe ain't blinking. The sun's shining hard and I still can't see it.
I thought so. Be quiet, I thought so.
You funny to me. Dumbasses.
You all right?
I'm fine. I'm fine.
I don't think we need any more information from this.
Oh, I ain't wearing the bed and I'm good.
Now what? Now what?
I ain't wearing the bed.
Now I know you
Y'all
ain't.
belong
You talking about
together.
it.
Y'all belong together.
Okay,
I
well,
promise
bye.
you. I promise you,
well,
y'all
bye.
belong together.
Okay.
I promise you, y'all belong together.
Bye.
Bye. Get her. Get her. This girl don't know me, though. She's yours. Get her. Both of y'all must. No, it don't matter. It don't matter. George, why'd you steady walking up on me? You don't want me. Why'd you touching me? Why'd you touching me? You see her? You see her, George? Gone on. Gone on. Gone on. Gone on.
Rita,
Bye.
you ain't want it. Why you still here?
You like it?
Whatever.
See you later.
Bye.
I hope you
I mean, what is it?
Make sure you send me them test results.
Still watching.
Bye.
Oh, we done.
Following the confrontation, Rita has little time to process before her contractions begin. Coming up, Cheaters announces her family's future. But now, Toby McKinney sits down to express his thoughts on his wayward wife when confronted by our client on Cheaters.
I was freaked out. I mean, what would you think? I had a camera, bright lights, all these guys. I didn't know what was going on. I didn't know if it was cops. I didn't know if I did something wrong. I was freaking out. And then to have this Jesus-looking guy come up telling me, I know your wife, blah, blah, blah. I thought that this guy was mistaken.
I'm sorry to interrupt your evening, but we have a situation that requires your attention.
Toby McKinney?
This is Toby Dalrymple.
Nice to meet you.
Okay, whatever. What's up?
You have a beautiful family.
Thank you, yeah.
And it was a real shock for me to learn. I don't know how to tell you this, but I've been involved with your wife for going on 9 months now.
When it was obvious what was going on here, I mean, it was like having my heart pulled out of my chest. I mean, we have gorgeous kids, you know, and I mean, they're young, but we've been working on these kids for a long time, and it was devastating. You get focused in on work and career and family, it just gets hectic, you know, and maybe I was taking her for granted, you know, maybe I wasn't treating her the way that I should have been treating her. Have you been this guy or not?
Boston, San Diego.
Shut up. I don't know you, you Jesus-looking mother. I don't know you. I don't care about you. You mean nothing.
Well, what do you mean her?
Shut up!
I didn't come here for her. I'm here for you. She broke my heart. I'm here for you, man.
Well, after she broke down, like I haven't seen, and it really got to me. She grabbed hold of my heart. I don't know any other way to say it. She admitted at that point what had been going on, and to me, that was I don't know how you would say it, that was what had been missing.
Not one to wallow in despair, Rita Stout has put all thoughts of George behind her. As for now, she states that he will have nothing to do with their baby, and she hopes that he can ultimately appreciate what the word suffer really means. After the birth of his child, George says the guilt he feels is unparalleled to any other experience in his life. The combination of getting busted and the birth of his child has made him think long and hard about the kind of man and father he wants to be. As for Corinne Matthews, she says her relationship with George is one of mutual love and understanding. She hopes to continue their relationship and stands by her man despite his past indiscretions.
you still have to pay. They think nobody's watching, but you better think again. Another heart is broken.
Now remember, if you don't get your programming from Goldstein's, why we'll both lose money.